Hey everyone, and welcome to the Wide World of Wrestling podcast. We are here for our WWE NXT New Year's Evil live reaction. Tonight should be a very good show. Based off of last night's news, tonight is very must see. The Rock will be appearing tonight on NXT. I think we all know what he's coming to do. But either way, The Rock on NXT is something that isn't supposed to be happening. Like that's like Stone Cold being on here, or NXT's had a lot of big names on here, but The Rock is something that they've never had. Uh, but we also have a lot of good in-ring action. We got Roxanne Perez versus Julia starting off the show right now. It is for the NXT Women's Championship. In the main event, we have Trick Williams, Oba, Eddie Thorpe for the NXT Men's World Championship, which that's the match that The Rock will probably be doing something in. But tonight looks like a good show. Who knows? We might get some surprises. Hikuleu might pop up tonight. Never know.
Yeah, we got a high card, man. Starting off with the ladies, I am digging that. My girl Roxy, fellow Texas native.
And everyone watching on here, Jamal was on here. He is at tonight's show. Curious if we see him tonight. But
Yeah, it's
he
kind
is
of
at
spot on.
NXT tonight. But if Julia wins tonight, then we got three women's world title changes in 1 week. Tiffany won on SmackDown, Rhea won last night, and if Julie wins, that'd be three new champions all in 1 week.
I don't think that's ever happened before. I don't think that's ever happened.
I don't think it's happened either. I can't recall another time when it happened.
Women making history these days. I love it. This is a good match to start it off with. It's a good choice. I like this.
Yeah, this is this match in the triple threat men's match, which is going to be the main event. Those are the two biggest matches, and the two matches that normally get the most attraction is the beginning match and the main event. So it's a good idea to have this open the show and the triple threat close the show.
Yeah.
It looks like NXT has different referee shirts as well.
Yep.
Last night we
Is that a
seen.
new ref too?
I don't think I've seen him. I mean, I've seen a lot of bald referees over the years, but it's like
Hmm.
NXT's got new referee shirts. I'm curious if like SmackDown should go back to the blue referee shirts that they used to have.
The classic.
Because like in the Ruthless Aggression era, SmackDown would have blue referee shirts. I thought that was pretty cool and unique. We also got a fatal four-way match to determine the number one contender for the NXT Women's North American Championship. Six-woman tag.
That's a good one. That's
Heritage,
gonna be a good one.
the Heritage Cup match is going to be interesting because William Regal's been involved in that story. And if anyone doesn't know, William Dempsey, that's William Regal's son.
Yep.
They haven't really acknowledged it on TV, but the crowd chanted one time, "That's your dad," so everybody
Yeah.
knows that's his dad, that's his son. So eventually, I thought they're going to acknowledge that.
Oh, going for an early pin right there. Roxanne ain't falling for it. Ah. Roxanne showing off now.
Riley, thanks for watching. We definitely appreciate you watching. Mikey Willie, why did Hogan get booed last night?
Because everybody hates him. Nobody likes the
Well,
guy anymore, man. There's a lot of different
well,
reasons. I can know
well,
I know a few.
where were they at last night? They were in California.
Yeah,
What
they're
do
in
you
Cali.
think
They
was
don't
going to
like him in
happen?
Cali.
What do you think? Like,
And then a lot of people haven't forgave him. So yeah, I don't blame him. Oh, nice boot to the face. I saw this post on Facebook about, I don't know if it was real or not, but it was funny as hell, about WWE releasing the contract between Hogan and WWE about with his beer. Yeah, like we're no
Yeah.
longer associated with with the Hulk Hogan beer, with All American beer, whatever it is. It's a generic name for a beer too. It's a stupid name.
What is it called? American beer.
All American beer.
That fits Hulk Hogan, All American, but that could have had Stone Cold do that. I mean, when you think of beer, who do you think of? You think of Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Exactly. Start selling them Steve Weisers.
He could have came out and busted a few. He could have got
I
Lillian
think he
Garcia in the ring,
I
or
think
the other
Stone Cold
woman
does
in the ring.
does have his own beer. I think Stone Cold has his own beer. His AP. I
They
forget
could
what
have
they call
sponsored
it.
that. Like they could
Yeah,
have sponsored that instead. I mean, it was good. I will say it was good seeing Jimmy Hart out there.
that was the
He
best
doesn't
part.
he doesn't age at all. He looks the same as he did 20 years ago. I don't think he'll ever age really.
Yeah, that's the. It's like Jimmy Hart's found the fountain of youth. I don't know, and he's not telling anybody. But yeah, that was the best part about the whole situation was seeing Jimmy Hart walk out there with the flag. That was cool.
I,
I'll always dig Jimmy.
yeah, he's managed a lot of people over the years. The Hart family. He's managed Hogan. He's managed Savage. He's managed, even though it was a bad group, the Dungeon of Doom. Uh, he's managed a lot of people over the years. Same like Jim Cornette. They've both managed a lot of people.
Hmm.
Uh, and Jimmy Hart is one of the most nicest wrestlers you can ever meet.
Yeah,
And he
he's a
never
cool dude.
ages. Like he really keeps up with his body. Like I mean, if he took the glasses off, maybe you could see a difference. But just with the glasses on, he
Hmm.
looks the same as he did in the golden era.
Yeah. Here's a little trivia, a little fun fact for you all. Uh, he's a musician. He's done a lot of intro music or entrance music for a lot of different wrestlers. Did you know that he created the Wolfpack theme song?
Jimmy Hart did. I didn't know that.
Yeah, he wrote that. That don't turn your back on the Wolfpack. You might end up in a body bag.
See,
That was
I
him.
know that he writes songs. But I didn't know he
Yeah,
wrote
he
that.
wrote that. It's a little fun trivia for everybody out there. Oh, Roxanne's working on that shoulder. Oh, it's a reversal. We're in picture now, thank goodness. We can see what's going on.
Yeah, tonight's starting out. This is also on Netflix too for everybody outside the U.S. Uh,
Yeah.
Pretty much everyone outside the U.S. I mean, there is a few countries that don't have Netflix for WWE because they still
Hmm.
have TV deals uh, in different countries, but majority of the like everybody else, like Raw, SmackDown, NXT, pay per views, it's all on Netflix. Uh,
Hmm.
the U.S. like Peacock's deal expires in 2026, so I'm curious to see if Netflix tries getting everything on there, like all the WWE pay per views, having SmackDown. Well, SmackDown and NXT can't be on there live because NXT has a new deal with CW and SmackDown has a deal with USA. But like the video library, like all the old episodes, like the streaming library, the PLEs. I'm curious to see if that all goes to Netflix in 2026. I think it probably will uh, because
I think that's what the deal was.
like they can't. Well, I know that the Raw deal was only for Raw and a few other stuff. But I think if they want the PLEs and all the streaming library, there probably have to be a new deal. But
Because I know they
Netflix,
got SmackDown replays going on after SmackDown goes off the air.
yeah.
I know that they're gonna put the replays on Netflix.
But I have a feeling. Oh, that was good. Suicide dive. I have a feeling in 2026, everything will be on there. Like all the pay per views, like all the live pay per views, like WrestleMania. Everything will be on there probably. Besides, like
Yeah.
NXT and SmackDown won't be live on there. Well, at least for the United States, it won't be because they just signed a 5-year deal with USA. SmackDown, then CW just got NXT. Oh damn, that was a good knee.
Slapping the shit out of each other.
That was good. It was off the top rope. Oh, one, two. That was a good move. But Julia's really good in the ring. She's slowly getting used to the WWE style, and she's working
Yeah.
on her English a lot. Damn, she's playing her on her head. This is awesome.
They're killing it
Nakamura,
right now.
why is everyone hating on last night's show? I
That's
don't
a good
know.
question. That is a good question, Mikey.
I've been arguing with people on Twitter left and right. I don't know.
You can't
I
please
enjoyed
everybody, man. You know.
I enjoyed the show last night.
Yeah, it was good. But
Some people were
I think the majority of people that were doing that were probably AEW fans that are like gung ho on AEW and they don't like any other type of wrestling.
like there was one post on Twitter that they criticized the Punk and Rollins match when when Rollins did the suplex off top rope and then Punk quickly transitioned to a GTS that Punk no sold it.
Hmm.
But how many people no sells on AEW every week?
All the time, all the
So
time.
you can't in WWE like a lot of people were kicking out of finishers last night, which they rarely do that on Raw, especially.
Yeah,
Damn it, poor Jade's out here. Something's gonna happen. But last night I enjoyed the show. I think everybody on here, at least watching, enjoyed the show. Some people already knew it was going to play no matter what.
hmm.
Pop rock, kick out, yeah,
Oh,
kicked out. Someone's got to help Roxanne. I she kicked out Cora Jade, or the referee did. Excuse me.
you're out of
Damn.
here.
One, two. Come on, do that. Oh, that was a good knee.
Snowplow.
Oh, that might be it. One, two, three.
Wow.
All right, we got a new NXT Women's Champion.
Title changes happening left and right, man.
We had 3 women's title changes in 1 week. I don't think that's ever been done in WWE.
Now they should move Roxanne up by now. I mean, I think.
Yeah, it's time for her to go to the main roster now. She's done everything there is to do in NXT.
And Raw would be a perfect place for her to be right now. I think Raw could use her talent right now.
Yeah, I think Charlotte's going to be coming back pretty soon. She's probably going to be on SmackDown. Becky's probably going to come back pretty soon. And there's really nothing for Roxanne to do in NXT now. She's beaten everyone.
It's kind of like Oscar. You know, Oscar, she beat everybody going through the NXT, and like the thing is, she never dropped the title. They kind of wrote her off as like being injured, and then she had to relinquish the title. Then she moved up
I don't like how they ended her streak.
with
She
Charlotte.
lost. Yeah, I didn't really like that.
I wasn't a fan of that myself either, so I can relate.
Is, Eddie got beat up? I feel like he's faking it now. He knows who's coming tonight. He doesn't want to get that. He's going to get either way. He's not walking out of there the same. I see it on Twitter. Me and Jamal was talking about it, that The Rock would show up in NXT. It sounds so far, far stretched, but I knew it was going to happen once Shawn Michaels pushed Eddie because he doesn't want The Rock showing up there. Like The Rock's is Shawn Michaels' boss essentially. Like he's the boss kind of Shawn Michaels and Triple H.
Yeah,
He doesn't want him coming down there and causing chaos. And well, for us, it's pretty good to see chaos.
I love it.
Anyway, thanks for watching.
Hey, Brenda, thanks for watching along with us.
The countdown to the only event of its kind.
Yep, we're building towards the Royal Rumble. Last night we got confirmation that John Cena is going to be in there. I think he's going to come in at number 17. He's trying to go for a
See,
17.
that would be a spot that he would be running in on. I would
But
throw him in like at 6 or something. make it hard.
yeah, because like on the post show, Big E was talking about that. He said that like the John Cena way to go is to start out and just beat everybody. You remember when he won the Money in the Bank? He didn't even have a cash in. He had a match.
Right.
He didn't cash it in like everybody else because he wanted to actually earn it. So him starting out in the beginning and going all the way to the end and winning it possibly, that would probably be the way to go. Because even he said that he hasn't won a singles match in golly. He won that 6-man tag with Miz and R-Truth, but that wasn't really anything to brag about. Like he lost against Solo, he lost against Austin Theory, he lost against Logan Paul. Like he lost against Roman a while back. Like he hasn't beaten anybody. So
Not really.
so starting out at number 1 or something, that would be a good way to really scratch and claw in the match. I think the final 2 is going to be Punk and Cena.
I'll catch the hate for that one. Morning, everybody. Chad and Ray, Dos Farms. Homes.com is a new elevated home shopping experience. Beautiful design, tremendously rich content.
Do you think The Rock will be at WrestleMania? I don't think he's going to be there now.
I mean, now, yeah, exactly. Now, I don't know.
Because he didn't do anything last night to advance any stories. I didn't like how The Rock, like he just dropped everything with Cody. I didn't really like how they did that because The Rock said last year on the Raw after Mania that when he came back to the WWE, he was going right to Cody and he was going to take his title. And then he comes back and he doesn't do any of the stuff he said. And then we see him at Bad Blood after the Cody and Roman tag match, and that didn't lead to anything. So
that just led to more confusion, really.
So I feel like that he just came to be an attraction for Netflix.
Yeah.
And I guess show respect to Roman. I don't think he's doing WrestleMania because if he was going to do WrestleMania, I think he would have done more to play into some stories. He didn't leave anything for where he could come. I mean, I'm not saying he can't show back up and still do Mania, but just the way things were booked, I don't think he's doing WrestleMania. Some say that he wanted John Cena to have a big moment this year, and he didn't want to overshine that. So he wanted Cena to have his last chance at WrestleMania. I don't know if that's true or not, but
I mean, that'd be something Dwayne Johnson would do, though.
yeah. And I seen on his live that he was talking to Drew, and then Drew McIntyre whispered something into his ear, and then The Rock said, "Don't worry, I'll take care of that." So maybe that plays into the story a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
We
Huh.
did see Drew McIntyre and Cody on SmackDown talking to each other, and how Drew McIntyre felt sorry for Cody and he wanted to help him correct his wrongs and all this. Maybe that plays into something. I don't know, but I don't think he's gonna be there. He could though. I mean, I didn't think he'd be at Raw on Netflix.
Right.
Sure as hell didn't think he'd be here tonight. Out of all, like, I don't think he's ever appeared on, like, Shawn Michaels has been on here, John Cena, CM Punk, The Undertaker. You know, like, they've had some big legends on NXT, but The Rock, no, I don't know. Like, he just like when he comes out, it's gonna look so misplaced.
If I'm not mistaken, I think the last time, because I think The Rock has been on NXT, but it wasn't NXT at the time. It was Florida. It was
SCW.
Florida Championship Wrestling, and he was
Yeah,
Flex Cabana at the time. So he has been there, just not in NXT. NXT.
yeah. FCW was Florida, like that's when Roman Reigns started out, and
Yeah.
Bray and Bo Dallas was a tag team there actually.
Mm-hmm.
Had a weird tag team name, but I liked this segment 3 weeks ago with Ethan Page and Javon Evans.
Yeah.
I really thought that he broke his mouth. And golly, he had blood pouring everywhere. I wonder how they did that.
They usually put like some blood capsules stuff in back there, and when the time's right and they're ready for the spot, they just bust open those blood capsules, and blood just
Yeah,
spurts out of their mouths.
yeah. Can't even talk right now. Damn. They played it off really good.
Yeah.
Ethan Page is he like I think right now what he's doing now is the best stuff he's done in NXT. I mean, the way he won the title was pretty cool, but as far as like storytelling, like this is the best story he's been in since signing with WWE.
Yeah.
Him and Javon Evans, I think we'll have some good matches. Roll the dice.
They got him talking through the wire like Kanye West. That's an old joke. I don't know if anybody else is going to be getting that one.
You ever notice that when they have some big spot moments of matches, they always put Lola Vice in it?
Yep.
I wonder why. She's good in the ring, but there's another part that will probably attract younger viewers, if you know what I mean.
Oh yeah.
Well, it wasn't that today, era.
She's quite the attraction. I'll give you that. She could actually get it done in the ring too.
So this match, Stephanie Valkyria might win. Damn, they're all just going after Cora Jade. That's gonna that's gonna end quickly though. Kalani Jordan's actually pretty good too in the ring, but she just needs a more serious character.
I think so. Cause she's kind of happy-go-lucky type right now.
Yeah. Like here recently, she's kind of teased going heel a little bit with uh, Loba Vice and Stephanie Valkyrie. Like she's planted some seeds about turning heel.
I think a heel turn would be good for her, honestly.
Yeah. I think she's going out with Carmelo Hayes.
I have seen pictures of them.
And
Yeah.
Trick Williams going out with Lash Legend.
Mm-hmm.
God. When do you think The Rock and Cody face each other? Maybe WrestleMania 42 or 43.
Yeah, either that or they're gonna say that for a Saudi show.
I gotta hope not. They could do it at SummerSlam. You know, they've tried to make SummerSlam the second best WrestleMania, making it
Yeah.
2 nights and go like they've been going to stadiums now for SummerSlam. They might do it there, uh, or if not, they'll probably do it at WrestleMania 42 or 43.
Mm.
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, The Rock was at Bad Blood, so there's a possibility he could wrestle on a show that's not WrestleMania. Uh, Marky, there are many haters everywhere you go with his booing. Don't go there, bad day. Well, I don't know what they expect. California is the most liberal state in the country. I mean, I didn't know what they thought was gonna happen. I already knew they were probably gonna boo the hell out of him.
I mean, that's the thing, though. You have to understand that Hulk Hogan is not liked on many levels. On many levels, not just one. There's a many different levels. Why that of people's hatred for him. I mean, and I for one, I can't say I blame them.
And like I don't even think it's because you know who he voted for and all that. Because you know in WrestleMania, like you remember the WrestleMania that Samoa Joe wore the poncho.
Hmm.
You remember Hulk Hogan and Titus O'Neil came out and they booed him in
Yeah,
Florida.
yeah.
So I really
They
don't
just don't
think
like him.
he's done a lot of things over the years that
Yes, I don't think it has anything to do with politics. To be honest with you, I think people are just
yeah,
people ain't fuck with Hulk Hogan no more. They just don't care about him no more. And plus
yeah,
the BS that he did, people aren't gonna forget. People don't
because
forget,
yeah,
man.
because the Undertaker voted for Trump and you know they still love the Undertaker.
Yeah,
Which Undertaker hasn't done the things Hogan has done. There's a lot of things Hogan has done, like the wrestling union, uh, a lot of stuff in WCW. He's basically to blame that TNA is in the shape they're in. I mean, TNA
oh
has grown.
yeah,
I mean, TNA has grown a lot the
yeah,
last few
yeah.
years, but the reason they got in that position was because of Hogan and Bischoff.
That's true.
He's partly to blame for WCW.
I mean,
Uh,
so when he came out booing, I mean, I saw that coming because I mean, it has nothing to do with politics. People just don't like him right now, and I don't blame them. It's like the Iron Sheik was right, man. The Iron Sheik was right.
you know, on his Twitter account, someone still posts his F Hulk Hogan every day.
That's hilarious.
The women in NXT are some great. Yeah, I think NXT has the best women's division in all of wrestling right now. As far
I
as like
agree.
in ring character, not just looks, but a lot of them look good and they can back it up in the ring. And some people have the look, but they just can't back it up in the ring. Uh, I hope SummerSlam as well because I will be going there. I'll be going to SummerSlam, so hopefully they do it there because if The Rock can show up at Bad Blood, I'm pretty sure maybe they do it at SummerSlam and then at WrestleMania 42, Rock and Roman.
Yeah.
But if they do John Cena and Cody, I don't know how it's going to work because I feel like fans are going to turn on Cody and then I don't see them going to boo John Cena his last run.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking the same thing too. I mean, because like, but at the same time, if they're gonna bring in a heel Cody, that'd be a good time to do it.
I mean, everyone wants a Homelander Cody. This might be the
I
best.
want to see Homelander Cody.
If they do that, then Cody should beat John Cena and then
Yeah,
just make everybody disappointed because that's
put
what
that
all the
Homelander spin on it. That'd be cool.
or yeah, like John Cena loses and then he like he hurts everybody's feelings in the crowd. They didn't get the big moment that they wanted. And that would probably be the best time to do a heel Cody. But then I don't know how they do the Rock. Maybe they could do a babyface Rock.
I mean, technically, right? He's already babyface right now, so I mean,
I feel like
they can just kind of seamlessly go into it if they wanted to.
they should still bring back the final boss though, even as a babyface.
I want to see that.
I think the final boss can be a babyface. Which if the Rock came back next week, he can make everything make sense. Like he could come back next Monday and have a full plan out, and then everything would make sense of what we saw on Monday. He's a very good booker of wrestling. The Rock is.
I think so. I agree. Yeah.
I can because Hulk Hogan did a lot in wrestling, paved the way for a lot of wrestlers. I will give him that. You know, he is one of the biggest stars in wrestling, but we aren't in back in the day anymore.
Right.
Uh,
I mean, I agree too. I mean, I agree. Hulk Hogan has done a lot for the business. That I will say. I've never taken that away from him. I just think, the man behind the character is a bit of an asshole.
he's done a lot of questionable things in the past. Uh, Not to say that he hasn't changed or whatever, but like for me personally, for like last night, I would have gladly taken Hogan off the show and had Stone Cold Steve Austin. Stone Cold Steve Austin is more entertaining than Hulk Hogan. I mean, I don't care to see ripping the shirt off, saying your vitamins, saying your
Right.
prayers. I want Austin slamming some beers and telling somebody to go to hell and stunner me. Like that's more
Right.
entertaining to me. That's more entertaining, I think. But obviously that didn't happen last night. But
Yeah.
uh, yeah, we were talking about that earlier, Davis. It was good to see Jimmy Hart out there. He still looks good. Yes, of course.
And I mean, I'll tell you what did it for me.
Oh,
Whenever Hulk's son got in that car wreck and almost killed his best friend, and
yeah.
what got it from me was not. I mean, it's one thing for Hogan to be racist, but he was like, no, we're gonna spin this. We're gonna have Nick, Nick, his son who was in jail, and we're gonna have him have his TV show and have his kind of road to redemption show, and how he was hanging around bad people, and this is what happened to him, and da da da. Da. I'm like, dude, Nick is an asshole who almost killed his friend, and they try to spin it to where Nick was involved with the wrong, with the, was with the wrong crowd, and this is what happens. I was like, come on, man. That's when I knew. I was like, screw you, Hulk Hogan.
I know his son got arrested last year, didn't he?
Nick, he
For
tried to. He tried to. He was going to get into it, but he's not.
Olympic
He's not.
sign.
He's no Hulk Hogan. But yeah, they tried to spin
Oh,
it to where he was hanging around the bad, the wrong crowd, and that's what happened. But
right, this is a
come on.
good
Anyway,
sequence. This um,
they're killing it in there. Look at this
450 splash. Oh, that's probably one, two.
pinfall after pinfall. Oh, they killed that one. I like that. I'll give it to the ladies, man. They did their thing.
Yeah, that was a good match. They all brought it out in that match. As we said earlier, the NXT has the best. I think in wrestling, they have the best women's division. They top AEWs, TNAs, New Japan. Like they've got a lot of mixture of talent and like a lot of colorful people. Uh, you know, I will agree with Hulk Hogan. Well, not even Hulk Hogan said this, but even Bret Hart, Shawn
Hmm.
Michaels, that everyone looks the same nowadays.
Yeah, that's weird.
Like in the golden era, everybody looked colorful and looked different. In NXT, with the women, everybody has a different character, a different persona, a different. Like you got Julia, and you got someone like World of Valkyria or uh, Slow Ruka or Roxanne Perez
Yeah.
or Fallen Hinman. Man, like they all look different. They're all, even though she sucks in the ring. Nikita Lyons, even she looks different. Different. They have different personas. So
They stand out. You know?
everybody stands out in their own way, and that's what I like about their women's division than any other. Uh, and I could be getting Jordan Grace pretty soon. Uh,
Oh yeah.
her contract expires this month. She could very well be in the Royal Rumble again. But if she's in the Royal Rumble again, at that point, do you call her up to the main roster already?
That's what I'm saying. At least, I mean, the thing is, she could be a shoe in to win the Rumble if she would get in there. She could be a shoe in for it. I mean, let's be real.
Like realistically, she could probably beat everybody in there. The only one that would probably stand in her way, depending on who's in the Rumble, uh, see, Rhea Ripley probably wouldn't be in there since she's a champion.
Hmm.
Uh, I don't know if she probably would. Maybe Io Sky would give her a run for her money, or
Now that'd be nice. I like to see that.
yeah, like there's a lot of matches that they could do. I think realistically, she would go through everybody. Uh,
Hmm.
truth be told, Miss Jacob, his kids are spoiled.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah. Well, Brooke's okay. I like Brooke. Brooke is cool, but Nick, he's a dick. He really
Nick
is.
Hogan.
Yeah.
Look,
Brooke is cool though. Brooke is fine. She's actually more down to earth than any of them.
yeah, he got arrested last year, didn't he?
Yeah, Nick did. Yeah.
Yeah. Why do they even have they have it on WWE.com from 2007? They have Nick Hogan's jailhouse conversations recorded. WWE recorded this stuff in their
That's what I was just talking about. Whenever they were trying to spin that whole thing to where Nick was
damn.
hanging around the wrong people, and it wasn't Nick's fault that the car wreck happened and all that stuff, and they wanted to spin it to where they wanted to have a reality show about Nick and his road to redemption. It was so
They
disgusting what
even
they were doing.
they even put TNA stuff on WWE.com. Damn, and this is funny. TNA Knockout main event success reported uh, August 7th. TNA had a knockouts tag team match. Usually TNA loses viewers towards the end of the show, so this is a seen as a success in the company. I never knew they posted TNA stuff on WWE.com.
That's
TNA
interesting. I didn't know that either.
TNA sacrifice results. Huh. The more you know.
I bet they started doing that recently because I don't think they've ever done that before. Really.
So one says it was published May 12th, 2008.
Wow.
Huh.
Hmm.
Never knew they did stuff like that.
That is interesting.
But you won't find a thing about Crispin Wall in there.
Oh no, he's been Thanos.
I really hope with Triple H in charge that Owen Hart will be in the Hall of Fame eventually. Like, Vince is not there anymore. I don't know why there would be reason not to put him in there.
It's Martha, his widow. She's the one not letting it happen.
And why is he being acknowledged in A? He wasn't even with AEW. I mean, I get wanting to recognize Owen Hart because he was a wrestling legend outside of WWE. But even Bret Hart said that Owen Hart would want to be in the Hall of Fame. That he would want to be there. He never won a world title, which if he wouldn't have died, he probably would have.
I think so.
But this is the next best thing to honor his legacy. I mean, even Mark Henry that one year, like in his Hall of Fame speech, he really wanted Owen Hart there in the Hall of Fame.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. I mean, that's the only thing that's stopping that from happening is his widow, Martha. That's the only thing.
You gotta get over that. Vince isn't there no more. There's new owners. Triple H had nothing to do with that.
He had nothing to do with it.
He was an in-ring wrestler at the time. He wasn't even on the creative or. Hopefully, eventually, she gets over that. I appreciate all the ways WWE has expanded and Triple H has made a big difference. Yeah, things
I
are.
agree. Yeah.
I don't think we would have gotten a lot of people that's come back to WWE without Triple H. I don't think Motor City Machine Guns would have went. I don't think Naomi would have came back either because
No, she wouldn't have. No.
she left because of Vince. She only came back when Vince wasn't there anymore, and obviously she likes Triple H a lot. That she takes pictures with him a lot.
You see, that's one thing I've noticed that since Triple H has kind of taken over, I noticed all of them. They all have kind of the same vibe to where they're like he's more. It's more easy to come to him and ask him things about a certain angle or how do you think about this or should I do it this way? Whereas with Vince McMahon, it was like you're gonna do it this way or I'm gonna find somebody else to do it.
Yeah, that's basically like even like taking time off. Like it seems like the wrestlers have more like yeah, like everyone seems more happy now.
Yeah.
Even like long time legends like Randy Orton, he had an interview with Michael Cole and he kind of said that without mentioning his name, Vince, that everything is more uh, the vibe backstage is a lot more positive than it has been in years.
Yeah.
And wrestlers are being able to take more time off to spend time with their family. When before, like even Jonathan Coachman said one time that someone was uh, someone was sick in their family, like they had cancer, or whatever, and he didn't name the wrestler, but he said that if the wrestler didn't show up on TV, they'd be fired.
Damn, that is cold. That is
But
some
but
cold stuff.
nowadays, if something like that were to happen, they probably would let them off.
Yeah, of course.
Speaking of Triple H and Nick Khan on TV, I knew Triple H would probably be there tonight since it's just down the road from Raw last night. Technically, the
Yes, I feel
founder.
like I feel. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say technically the founder of NXT, Triple H is.
Yeah, technically. And that's the thing. I mean, when you have the vibe in the back to where it's all a good morale. They're gonna be happy to go out there and work for you if you treat them with respect and you give them that I guess you can say give them that leeway as far as them being creative and doing and working the matches the way they want to and kind of how it all comes together and how they work together. And I think with Triple H in charge, I mean it's I guess more of a easy flow to it.
Yeah, it seems like everything. When you have more wrestlers happy, that's when you can put on the better product.
Right.
The OTM, they're the next tag title shot. They won that Fatal 4 tag team match on Christmas. It was Christmas Eve.
Yeah, it was.
That was a fun match with Christmas cookies and the candy canes, and he had a crowbar as a candy cane.
I enjoy that kind of stuff. I love that. I see. There's a lot of people that don't like that and don't enjoy those kind of matches, but I love it, especially like if you have competitors in there that are really good, they can make it all fun. I enjoy that kind of thing.
I like when you do it in a way that makes it special because if you do it every week, then it just you get bored with it. But the way
Exactly.
WWE does stuff like that, like especially holiday things like Halloween or Christmas, or it's pretty fun to do stuff like that, like having crowbars as candy canes and kendo sticks as candy canes and a bowling ball,
It's fun. I love it.
Shotzi Black, or they just call her Shotzi now.
I'd say
My favorite out of these three is Tatum Paxley. She's really good. She reminds me a
amazing
little bit
talent.
of Paige in NXT.
See, I got the same vibe too. I got that very same vibe out of her.
Damn, I didn't give him time to get in the ring. Oh, rotten bastards. Damn, they didn't let him get in the ring. All right, starting off 6-woman tag team match.
I
Oh, that
like it.
was a good move. Uh, Davis, how's it going, Brenda? Riley, hey guys, thanks for watching. I'm doing better and looking forward to a lot of good things in this new year. Everyone in the comments, what are you most looking forward to this year? Maybe it's something in wrestling or something happening in your life. Let us know what you're most excited for in 2025. Me, I'm most excited for going to WrestleMania, but I've been to WrestleMania, but not actually went to WrestleMania. I'm going to the actual event WrestleMania, so I'm excited to go to that. But what are
Yeah,
you
you're gonna
most
have a
excited?
blast.
What are you most excited for, Mr. Jacobs, in 2025?
Oh man, I let me see, because there's a lot of things I want to see happen. Uh, I'm excited for personally for me. I'm excited to see what they're gonna do with LA Knight.
Yeah.
I'm dying to see how 2025 is gonna be for him, because I feel like it's gonna be a damn good year for LA. And I also I want to see, as far as the women, I want to see where they're going to go with these titles that they're bringing in. The U.S. title and the new IC title. I'm looking forward to see
Yeah.
what they're going to do with those titles, and I'm all about that. I'm all about women's wrestling and pushing that, and I'm looking forward to see what they're going to do with it.
So far, it's turned out to a pretty good start. Chelsea Green has the women's US. Lyra Valkyria or Dakota. Damn. What to break someone's neck. See that suplex? Golly. No reason they moved you back to NXT. Because she was on the main roster. Like,
Yeah,
wasn't
she
she in the
was.
main roster and they moved her back down? You're going to break someone's neck doing that. But the women's IC will be either Dakota Kai or Lyra Valkyria. Both of them are very good wrestlers. So it's going to be, I believe that match is going to happen next Monday on Raw to turn the
Hmm.
first women's Intercontinental Champion. But technically, whoever wins this match will be the second woman to hold the Intercontinental Championship. Because
That's true.
China held, well, she held the men's version, but she's the first woman to ever hold a title called the Intercontinental Championship. She beat, I believe it was Eddie Guerrero or Jeff Jarrett. She beat,
Jeff Jarrett. Yeah,
and that's why Jeff Jarrett left WWE.
and Eddie beat her for the title.
Yeah, yeah, they had a similar story to Liv and Dominic.
Yeah,
Technically, Rhea and Dominic. It was kind of like Eddie and China, a little bit.
right. Latino Heat.
Damn, I don't know who's the best look in this match. Gigi looks pretty good.
It's hard to pick. I mean, they're all looking amazing. Oh,
Shotzi, yeah, wait, she's gonna hurt somebody. All right, she did that suplex good.
oh.
I don't want a WWE version of Lynn Shavir. I mean, I don't try to watch AEW when she's on. I don't want another reincarnation of her in
She has that
WWE.
change the channel, factor.
Yeah, golly. After she cut that promo, that is the worst promo of this decade, probably. Like, when we get to 2030, that will be voted the worst promo of all time.
That was
That,
pretty bad. It was pretty bad.
and I feel bad for Vicky that she had to be around it.
And
Even
Vicky
she
tried to
looked,
sell it too, man. She tried.
even she looked like, what the hell are you saying? You just said we knew you, now you're saying we don't know you. Well, what is it?
I mean, I would have much rather had Vicky talking the whole time than her, to be honest with you.
Whoever thought that was a good idea should never make a decision again.
At least
And who
Vicky's
knows?
entertaining.
Yeah, Vicky's entertaining. She can talk. She knows what she's saying. She doesn't say
Exactly.
one thing and then say, you don't know me, but then you actually do know I don't know. That was so stupid. It's funny watching, but golly,
Whoever wrote that promo, I hope they fired.
she probably got creative freedom to just go out there and say whatever she wanted. And then it looks so bad. Like sometimes you need writers in wrestling.
Yes, sometimes you do. Sometimes they are necessary.
Like in WWE when Vince was there, a lot of people criticized that wrestlers don't need writers. Now looking at it, some wrestlers don't need writers, but some wrestlers do need writers.
Yes.
If someone can't talk for shit, they don't need to be on the mic.
I mean, like the Rock, he has his own team of writers. He has his own little team of writers.
Like
He's always
WWE,
had.
like if someone's not good on the mic or not very creative, they should have a writer for them. Or like
Yeah,
they should have writers for people that aren't as good as on the mic. I mean, eventually, when you get the hang of it, you'll get better with it as time progresses. I would assume after you do it so much, you probably get confident in yourself, and then you come up with your own promos, and then you don't need anybody's help. But when you're Marina Shavir, golly, do you need somebody's help? I want to meet Triple H and The Rock and go to SummerSlam. I'm also waiting to see who will come. Yeah, that's another good thing. Who's going to be coming on this podcast in 2025? Uh,
yeah.
I have a feeling I already know some names that will be on here. I think we'll probably get Buff Bagwell and Scotty Riggs, the American Males. I
Oh,
think
sweet. Okay.
I think we'll get Raven on here eventually. I think we'll get, and when I get to see Ken Shamrock's manager, he'll be on here. I'll send him messages and he avoids me. But when
Mm.
but when I meet Ken Shamrock in person, it's going to be a different story. Uh, who else? There's some other wrestlers I've talked to.
We had Kurt Angle in the wings
Yeah, that
waiting.
was in the works. Uh, there's some other ones. Oh, Santino Morella's another one. Victoria, Jake the Snake Roberts. Uh, there's a few of them that we could be getting on here pretty soon. Mark Mero, I think. Uh, I really wanted to get Alex Shelley on here one last time before he went to WWE, but they don't allow them to take. They don't allow them to take any kind of interview bookings or bookings outside of WWE.
Yeah, you
Uh,
gotta go through. You gotta go through
yeah,
corporate to get an interview.
and if you're gonna get an interview, you probably need a certain amount of followers
Hmm.
to be able to do that. I doubt they let just anybody come in and do that. But I'm thankful to have Alex. Like I'm thankful to have an interview with Alex Shelley on not on this channel but on the All Elite Zone. Uh, that's one of my favorite interviews that we've ever done.
Trying to think. I mean, we can also have some guests come back and do follow ups too. Like we were talking
Yeah.
about Brooke Havoc the
Okay.
other night. We'd love to have her back.
Yep. Sabu's another one. Kevin Von Erich. We haven't had a follow up interview, so 2025 might just be the year we do a follow up interview with someone. I do want to have more women wrestlers on here. We've only had two women's wrestlers on here. Well, this is technically the All Elite Zone, I guess. This is a sister channel to the All Elite Zone. But
Hmm.
from now on, for interviews, they'll be streamed on both channels, the All Elite Zone and the Wide World of Wrestling. Uh, yeah, I would like to have more women's wrestlers. Uh, I know a few to contact. Uh, it's just timing and some of these independent wrestlers, they're on the road anytime they can get a paycheck
Yeah.
uh, or try to get their name out there. So, but definitely stay tuned in 25. I'm guaranteeing we're gonna have a lot of good guests on here. Known names, maybe some independent wrestlers, follow up interviews, legends. Normally, we try to have a mixture of a lot of people. We've had legends like uh, Kevin Von Erich and Sabu or Blue Mini, and we've had people that are up and coming like Tony Deppen, O'Shea Edwards, Brooke Havoc. Uh, we've had a good amount of mixture of people. We I think we had the Pope on last year. We had Johnny Swinger.
Oh yeah, we definitely did have the Pope. I remember that.
That was a funny interview with his Vince Russo impersonation.
Yeah.
All right, that was good.
You
Oh,
already
yeah.
mentioned Eugene. Yeah, we had Eugene
Yep,
on. I think
yep.
did you?
Eugene, he was a good
Yeah,
interview. I'll
hating
be
on my
right
Green Bay
back.
Packers.
I gotta use the bathroom real fast.
All right. But yeah, we had Eugene on, hating on my Green Bay Packers, but hey, it's still good. We all good. We still cool with Eugene. We still cool. Shout out to Eugene. Check out his YouTube channel too. He has one as well. It's an awesome channel. Oh, Shotzi. I gotta say, man, these women have been killing it so far tonight. Oh, But yeah, there's a pretty long list of folks who want to get on to do some interviews, and you know, if you have any people that you would like to let us interview in the future, I mean, you're welcome to give us your thoughts or ideas of who you think you would like to see on the show. You're welcome to all that. On Twitter, hit us up on Twitter, Facebook. Oh, did they just get the win, Shotzi? Oh shit, that was a good match. That was really good. I enjoyed that. We are going into hour two, finna figure out what's going down with. I'm wondering what the Rock's plans are tonight on the show. That's what I'm wondering. What's he gonna be involved in? Brenda says, "I love the interviews and the interactions with the wrestlers. I do too. I would show the message, but Connor has that button. But yeah, that's the best part about these interviews is that you get to peel back, the layers. I guess you can say, like because the wrestlers they're like onions. As you peel the layers, you'll get past the silly gimmick and you get to know the real person. And but yeah, it's always fun interviewing wrestlers and getting to know them on a I wouldn't say a really personal level, but get to know what makes them tick and you know hearing old stories and stuff like that. It's one of those things that it's special to me as a wrestling fan. Getting to have like for instance, getting to have Kerry Von Erich or Kerry, not rest in peace, Kerry. I mean Kevin Von Erich. Having Kevin Von Erich sit there and tell us stories about what was going on back in the world class days. I mean, that's priceless to me. I mean, as number one as a Texan, number two as a wrestling fan, that's just you can't get no better than that. In my eyes. But yeah, I mean, that's one of the best things about doing these interviews is that you get to know these people that play these characters on TV and that that put their bodies on the line. Each and every night when you go see them at a show, you actually get to know them. As human beings, and it's cool. Ethan just got the what's up from The Rock.
Can you give me some
Uh
advice?
oh.
No one has your record. No one can do what you do. You've been in front of millions of crowds, but you have never been in front of an NXT crowd. Their passion is different. So I hear them. You might not know what to say. You're gonna get out there. You're gonna feel exactly what to say. I don't know what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna get out there. I'm gonna feel it, and then I'm gonna say it from the heart, whatever it is. Come on. I don't know what.
What did he say?
Never a dull moment.
What did he say? I know he said, well, he's a rock. What do you think he's going to do?
Right.
No, dude. No one gives advice to the rock. No one gives advice to the final boss. I can't believe I didn't think Ethan Page and The Rock would be together in a segment at all. Just bring your father to work day.
Bring her dad to work day. Nick Khan. That's pretty cool. You got to meet Nick Khan. I heard he's actually a pretty cool guy.
Yeah, we actually got to meet him at the Bad Blood Superstore. He like he has a kid and he was taking his kid in there to go shop and stuff. He probably could bought his kid probably got everything he wanted in there. I bet. But he was very very nice. A lot of people was going up to him. He didn't take pictures with everybody, but he took a picture with us. Uh, he was nice for the small interaction we got to get with him. If I could have, I would have liked to have replaced Nick Khan with Triple H, but Nick Khan was nice. Uh, yeah, he was nice. He didn't have to stop for anybody to take pictures, but a lot of people tried to hoard over his son, and he kind of got pissed about that. Like they had security all over him.
Doing the entrances doing during the commercial. At least we
Doing a
can see it.
commercial with, doing a commercial within a commercial. Oh, it's the first. Yeah, like 2020. Well, this was last year. CM Punk refereed Ethan Page's. Remember the Ethan Page and Trick Williams? CM Punk refereed that. He got an
Yeah.
interaction with The Rock. Who else? Like, are they going to have him interact with Randy Orton next or John Cena? Like, they must
I
have big
mean,
plans.
you never know, dude. That's probably what's gonna happen.
They must plan on him. They must have big plans for him, because not just anybody gets to react with The Rock on TV.
Right.
That you get. It's very if you get picked to be with The Rock on TV at something special. I kind of hope they do more with Austin Theory because remember that line that Austin Theory did on The Rock. He
Hmm.
told The Rock it doesn't matter what you think.
Yeah.
Like nobody's ever been able to do that in the best.
Mick
Well, some
Foley. Yeah.
people, very few people have been able to go toe to toe with The Rock on the mic. Uh, the only three I can think of is Austin, Punk, and John Cena. Maybe
Mick
Mick
Foley's
Foley,
been on the Mick Foley's gotten him a few times.
maybe Triple H, but very few can actually. He obliterated Jericho on TV.
Yeah. Him and Billy
Jericho,
Gunn. I remember he tore Billy Gunn to pieces.
he obliterated a lot of people on the mic, but Austin Theory, he held his own. I kind of wish they would get with this story and get him back on his own and try building him up to be the next big star. A lot of people compare him to John Cena. In ring wise, Austin Theory is way different than John Cena. But I guess character wise, I guess you could see him and John Cena. This is a Heritage Cup match. There's only one fall in this. Whoever wins the first fall is Cup
Yep.
champion. Why don't they just
Winner
turn this
takes
into a
all.
title? Because the cup has names around it. Everybody who's held it. Like, what do they do when there's no room left to put names on it?
Make a bigger cup.
I get might as well just turn into a title like the NXT Heritage Championship, or I don't know. Maybe the people on the names, those are the only names that will ever be put on there.
Yeah. I know the New Japan title. They used to have all the champions' names on it.
Charlie Dimsley. Is William Regal not out there?
That's surprising.
He's been in the story the whole time. Not like he's on the outside. Like William Regal's got to do something in this match. Who is your favorite NXT wrestler? For me, probably
Good question.
Obafemi.
I was gonna say Obafemi because
I like
he's one of my favorites. I mean, right now he's my top favorite right now.
I like Trick Williams, but he's good on the mic. But when it comes to the in ring part, he's not what you would think. He lacks a little bit in ring. Oba, he's good in the ring, on the mic,
Hmm.
presentation, the theme song, the look. There's not one thing bad about him. Like I don't think he can have something bad about him. Like that's how good he is. But
Right.
women wise, I would say Roxanne Perez, but since she's probably gone from NXT now, I'd probably say Sol Ruka. She's very good as well. I really like Sol
Mm.
Ruka. I still
I
think I
go ahead. I'm
still
sorry.
think I still think she should have won the NXT North American Women's Championship that night.
She was
Klein Jordan,
robbed.
Klein Jordan should not have won that. So Ruka is the better wrestler out of those two. But there's a lot of good people in NXT. But for me, Obafemi is my overall favorite.
Yeah, the go-to.
I can't think of anyone better than him. Davis, match have you enjoyed watching where you're hoping for the new year? Davis. Yeah, Wade Mill wasn't out there.
I don't see him. No, he's probably backstage hanging out.
He's just gonna leave him high and dry in the last match. He's been in his corner like the last few matches. Now he just they're probably gonna save the Rock towards the end, I bet. Which it makes sense because if he's gonna do something to Eddie Thorpe, that's gonna be the main event. So the Rock's gonna tear his ass up if they have a match. Or not a
Hmm.
match, but if the Rock comes out during that match.
I just want to see the look on Eddie's face when he sees all. That's gonna be priceless.
I hope he comes up with the Final Boss theme music though, because like the Final Boss gimmick is probably one of his best characters.
Yeah.
I just kind of wish in the theme song, uh, like when it goes dun dun dun, like it would say don't f with the Final Boss, and then
That'd be cool. I would like that.
because he told that to Cody, uh, in that like when he had the thing and he was whipping him in the rain, he said don't f with the Final Boss. They could have clipped that and put it in the theme song. But don't even bleep it out. Like you're on Netflix, you don't have to bleep it out at all. Oh, that was a good drop kick. Oh, Lexus King takes everybody out. That was a good cross body. Got all three of them. Let me go on to commercial.
Be right back.
All right. Everyone watching now, let's know who's your favorite NXT wrestler, male, female, or you can give us both. Who's your favorite male NXT wrestler, and who's your favorite female women's wrestler? Uh, how evil has Ethan Page got? Well, he broke someone's jaw. Javon Dillon was bleeding everywhere, so he's taking it to another level. Call him all ego for a reason. CM Punk wins the title. I guess that's your what you hope happens in the new year, Davis. I want CM Punk to win the title as well. He has never won the U.S. Championship. That's the only title CM Punk has never won in WWE. Same as Cody. Cody's never won the U.S. title either. Like Cody and Punk both need that title to be a Grand Slam champion. Surprisingly, John Cena's won that, but he just hasn't won the Intercontinental title. And Punk and Cody has already won the Intercontinental. Like all John Cena needs is the Intercontinental, and he needs a Grand Slam. I wondered if he does both this year. He wins the World and he wins the Intercontinental.
All right, I'm back.
All right.
I was hoping we wouldn't be a commercial by the time I got out of the bathroom, but we're still at commercials.
Yeah, unfortunately. You can, you get local news commercials.
No, mine are being. I guess for the commercials you're getting, I'm getting like I had like this insurance commercial, and then there was this monster truck commercial. I guess there's a monster truck show going on somewhere around me, and they're promoting that.
I get a lot of the same commercials. I normally get local news, TV shows on the CW.
So yeah, because they're just okay now. I'm getting a Hard Rock Cafe commercial. That's out of nowhere.
I'm back from commercial now.
Yeah, I am too.
Hard Rock Cafe. I don't know if I've ever been there.
I think I've been there once, but I was little. That was a long time ago when I went to Hard Rock Cafe. A long time ago.
Have you ever been
They
to
used to have one in Dallas.
Have you ever been to Sweeney's?
I don't think so.
I've been hearing a lot about it. I've never been to it.
Oh, this match was better than I thought it was going to be. Honestly.
All three women's matches, like you notice that we got three women's matches back to back to back. Like every match
Yeah.
we've had so far, the women's matches, and all three of them were pretty good. The best two was the title match and the four-way match. Those were the best women's matches so far. The six-woman tag was good, but the fatal four-way and the women's world title match, those were the best so far.
It has been a really good show. Really good.
Oh, that was a good power bomb.
Oh.
Sudden death rules. No rounds, no clock, no breaks. One fall to a finish.
Oh. Oh.
He got caught in a crossface chicken wing.
Crossface chicken wing.
That's a move. I like that move. Shout out to Bob Backlund. Sports education.
William Regal, Charlie Dimsley is a very good technical wrestler. He does a lot of chicken wing, and he reminds me a little bit of William Regal.
Yeah.
William
I've
Regal,
always enjoyed the art of submissions. Submission moves. That's cool. I've always enjoyed that. Plus, my granddad, he was military as hell. He always taught us He always taught us holds.
It's good to have a lot of different styles of wrestling. I've always enjoyed technical wrestling. William Regal was one of the best at doing that.
Yeah.
Of course, you had other ones like Chris Benoit. He was a good one. Owen Hart, Bret Hart. Uh,
I've always enjoyed that style of British wrestling, that catch wrestling. It's I've
yeah,
always enjoyed that.
the Dynamite Kid was very good at technical wrestling. One, two, three.
Oh,
Lexus King reclaims the
I'm flipping over my tongue. Lexus King got that one.
reclaims the North America Heritage Cup. Heritage Cup. People want to call it a championship.
I bet our boy Chris is a happy camper.
Yeah,
He wanted to see this win. That was a good match, man. That was awesome, man. That was, and the way that finish came down, it was really cool. I like the finish. I'm a huge fan of that. And and the fact is that it was all technical wrestling, mostly technical wrestling, and you don't see that. You don't see that much these days, where the match is primarily technical wrestling.
yeah.
Looking at the time, they're probably going to give the main event a pretty good amount of time on it.
SmackDown theme music. Oh, these on here. Just Joe Tessero.
But we do know Trent is looking to retain. The NXT Championship is on the line in moments.
All
We're
right.
live, sold out in Los Angeles.
So what's the Rock gonna do? He's gonna do something.
That's not. He's got to do something. He's got to.
He's got to be coming up with. He's gonna be doing something in this match.
It's for all the marbles. The title is on the line. Well, Brenda, wait no longer. I believe this is the main event. Matter of fact, now I'm thinking about. I think Jamal said he was doing a vlog. He was gonna show us when he got back. I'd like to see his
Yeah,
adventure.
yeah. He's at the show. I haven't seen him tonight, but he's there. Can't wait for the main event. Yeah, this main event should be good. I hope Oba wins the match, though. I'm going Oba to win.
That's what I want too. So we both team Oba Femi right now. Team Oba Femi right now.
I have a feeling Trick might win, and he's going to pin Eddie, not Oba.
Mm.
And that's their way of protecting Oba and then stand and deliver. They're going to do Oba and Trick one on one, and then Oba's going to finally win. They could do that, but I don't know. We'll see. Because if The Rock takes out Eddie Thorpe, then I feel like I don't know. We'll see.
That's what I'm
Either
saying. Like I
way,
don't. It's kind of hard to see to figure out what's gonna happen.
either way, I want Oba to win, but he's winning the title eventually,
Oh yeah, that's inevitable.
as long as he doesn't get
Just
injured or
win.
anything. But if Oba wins tonight, like who do they have for him to go against? I mean, he's Trick could probably go to the main roster after this match.
Hmm.
So I don't even know who they have
Probably,
for
probably
Oba to go
Ethan
against.
or
Yeah, we got Ethan Page. That could do. They got Hikaru. I mean, he's been there. He's been signed, but they haven't really done anything with him. They very well could have Trick pin Eddie Thorpe, and then at stand and
yeah.
deliver. But then they have New Year's, they have Vengeance Day. What title match are they gonna do then?
That's a good question. Now you got me thinking about that. Like, what would they do after all that? Huh. But the thing is, I don't see Obafemi getting pinned. Not right now. He's somebody's gonna take the pin, not Obafemi tonight. Well, at least they're doing the picture in picture still, so we can see what's going on. And by the way, I didn't mention this earlier. That is a pretty live crowd they got. That's a hot crowd. They put so much into Obafemi's entrance. I love that.
Yeah,
And I hope he's gonna be in 2K25, man. If he's not in 2K25, man, I ain't buying it.
he should be in there because he's been with the company for this entire last year and this year.
He should have been the DLC of this year's game, if you ask me. But they decided to use Pat McAfee in them.
Yeah, he should most definitely be in it this time. Where's Eddie Thorpe?
Uh oh. You don't
Rock,
see he's scared.
Rock probably tore him up.
The Rock found him. Where's he at?
He's
They're gonna
probably gonna
blame over Philly.
he's gonna come in last second. He's probably gonna try to come in last second, and The Rock's gonna come out and beat the hell out of him.
Or the Rock could find him backstage, and the Rock could beat his ass, and then throw him, and then drag his ass out, and then throw him in the ring.
I think he's gonna come to the ring and do it, because I want to see The Rock entrance in NXT, like the full
That'll
on
be yeah. I
entrance.
want to see that too. You're not alone on that.
He should come out, try to sneak in and pin one of them, then out of nowhere, what you smell? Then The Rock comes out and takes his belt off and whoops the hell out of him.
Right.
And then if they try to do a no disqualification, like the referee can try calling the match out, and The Rock's the boss, technically. Saying, "Don't you ring that effing bell? I'm the boss." You kind of like he did at WrestleMania. Like you remember when
Yeah,
he beat up the referee? He said,
that was funny.
don't you ring that effing bell till I tell you to? You work for me." Final ball.
Just step in, and people don't know where he's coming from right now. Trick Williams got all eyes on him right now.
There we go.
Yeah, crowds behind Obafemi. I don't. There's some Trick Williams fans, but I think everyone's going for Oba. Damn, he actually took me out. Michael, with New Year calling the Jacobs, we know The Rock is going to get some. If not, we know The Rock and Cody match going to happen. Well, as of right now, I don't think The Rock's going to be at WrestleMania. Because if he was, he would have done more to advance the story with Cody and Roman last night, and he did not do that.
Right.
They could do Rock and Cody at SummerSlam, and then at WrestleMania 42, do Rock and Roman. I could go that way. But obviously, The Rock was busy, and he's not going to be able to commit to WrestleMania. I would hate for them to have built on it and then The Rock not wrestle at WrestleMania. Uh, that would just get people disappointed. But why build to something if he's not available?
Right.
But I think eventually The Rock's going to wrestle Cody. They can't just not do that match. I mean, The Rock can't say what he said last year, the Raw after Mania, and not come back after Cody. He can't do that. Because if he doesn't, that's just insulting the fans' intelligence. I mean, you come back and you're all friends with Cody and drinking beer with him and all that, and then
Yeah.
you just ignore everything that happened prior. I mean, what did Bad Blood mean? You came out and he put the 3 number up. Like, what was that supposed to mean?
I mean, I don't know. The thing is that what I think is going on is that I think The Rock has something planned. I'm not sure what the hell it is, but it's something up his sleeve.
I really
And
should have
I
had.
mean, the final boss is going to make his return. I'm just thinking, when the hell is it going to happen?
If he's gonna come back, he's got to do it in the most heelish, the baddest way to do it. Like he's got
Yeah.
to do something major to make sense. Or maybe he has, I don't know, maybe they could do like it'd be stupid, but the characters like Mankind, Cactus Jack, and Dude Love, where he doesn't remember anything that happened. But that would kind of be stupid because you can't play a character like Mick Foley again. You can't recreate that.
No, that's
That
lightning in a bottle.
like that happened in a time of wrestling when that stuff was believable. Now that stuff it just won't hit the same. I mean, we're not in the Attitude Era anymore. That won't hit the same.
Right.
Some things can only happen when it first happened. You can never make it better than the original, or even look good as the original. And why are these commercials showing half naked people? Golly. Whoa.
But I mean, I think honestly, I think to me, I think there is there's gonna be an ending to this whole final boss Cody Rhodes story because like you're right, they can't just start it and just and just forget about it. Not the way they've been building it all up. I feel like there is gonna be a finish to it, but they kind of put a pin in it for now, I guess. And as far as like the Rock and Roman, I don't even know if that's ever gonna happen. If it would happen, that would probably be like I don't know, man, because it's like because right now, because I think like as far as those types of matches, those special matches, those are WrestleMania matches. But the way the Rock's been moving, I mean, it's kind of hard to figure out if he's gonna actually be a part of WrestleMania at all. So
I mean, he made it look very believable that he's not doing any of it. But they could be blurring the lines. You don't know.
exactly.
I mean, CM Punk is the best at that, blurring the lines of reality and real. And The Rock's another good one like that.
I mean, yeah, that's true. I mean, that's what they do for a living.
Here
Make us
comes
look
Eddie.
left when everything's going right.
Here comes Eddie. Get ready to get that ass whooped.
Hey, yep.
There's no way he doesn't go after him, The Rock. You don't put your hands on The Rock's daughter and not expect nothing to happen.
Something's gonna happen. He's got to go down. He's got to.
When will The Rock and Roman Reigns match happen? Because this would have been the perfect year to do this match. Or do because next April he'll be doing the Fast and Furious movie. I don't know what. Apparently, The Rock's busy this year if he's not doing WrestleMania this year.
Hmm.
As I said, they could do Rock and Cody for SummerSlam this year and then do Rock and Roman at WrestleMania next year. Maybe The Rock has already arranged to be able to do. He can do both Fast and Furious and WrestleMania.
Well, it's the release of it. That's around the same time of the year, right? Like, cause not the release, but yeah, the release of the next Fast and Furious in WrestleMania season. That's around the same time, I
But
would
they would have.
think, and then like they'd probably be using that for the Rock to promote the movie, and he'll be a part of the show. I mean, if that they can work that, I mean,
I mean, if he can at least appear on Raw, at least Monday Night Raw, to promote, to build towards stuff. Damn,
he's straight up powerhouse, man.
this isn't gonna last for long, Trick. Jumping that breaker, that was pretty good. Body slam. Oh, okay, that was good.
Oh,
Fans are gonna turn on him eventually. The Rock is up next. He's not in this match. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, you gotta be doing something big. Like, if he's not doing anything in this match, what can he possibly say to end the show off?
that's a good
Can't just
question. I'm
thank
wondering that
everybody again.
myself now.
Can't just thank everybody like last night and go off there that way. Oh
Right.
well, that was good. That was a good counter. Damn, I thought that was gonna be it. He hit him with that kind of like a big boot in a way.
That was close.
I think Trick Williams' finisher is the running knee that he does. I don't think that would even be enough to beat someone like Ova. Yep, like
No,
I
you need a
said.
lot more than that.
Was going for a power bomb. Oh, sit down, power bomb. One, two,
Nice.
you son of a. Now the Rock's got to come out right here. Got 20 minutes left in this show.
They are going for it tonight. Oh,
This now is officially, it was earlier triple footman. I mean, they just turned it upside down. Massive spine buster. And again, triple threat holds.
Oh, damn it. Jumped in.
oh.
To lose the title. His first reign ended in a fatal four-way. He knew the risk when he asked for this matchup. Thorpe fought back somehow.
No DQ.
But maybe not for long.
No DQ. One, two, yes. Kicked out.
Oh,
The exact same way as you
Come on,
do.
Rock.
Unfamiliar territory. Trick shot usually gets the job done. But Obafemi, no normal competitor. You can say that again. And it's
He's
Trick
going, trying to go right knee again.
looking for a second. Trick
He's got the
shot.
steel chair. There he is. Boom! There's no,
oh,
there's no disqualifications on triple threat match. So we're
no
going to win it?
DQ.
One, two, yes! Well, Oba is the new NXT champion.
Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about. I am so happy to see that. Oh,
He, he,
that is
pinned the,
awesome.
he pinned the champion himself. We are no
Yes.
longer we are no longer in the whoop that trick era. We are in the Obafemi era.
The new ruler of NXT. I like the sound of that.
But I think it's safe to say that Trick Williams will be going to the main roster pretty soon.
I hope so. It'd be good to have him there. Obafemi killed that one. That was awesome. What a match.
Oh, this is cool. They got Obafemi and Julia next to each other. Both new champions.
That's great. Congratulations to both.
It's kind of a new era for NXT. Oh, they got confetti. Jamal got a big show tonight. I know
Oh yeah.
I know he probably wanted Oba to win. The Rock's
I'm pretty
next.
sure he's
Wherever he's
marking out
going.
as we speak.
Rock's got about I think about 20 minutes. I don't know what he
Yeah, I'll
could
be
say to
marking
make.
out too.
I don't know what he could say that, or not unless this pertains to Cody and WrestleMania and stuff.
This has to be about Eddie. I mean, why else would he be there?
That's the only reason that makes sense. That he's there for Eddie Thorpe. Because I mean, he attacked his daughter. I mean, he didn't do it on purpose, but he still did it.
That's what I'm saying. All the Rock saw is his daughter was hurt by him, and he's got to do something.
The Rock normally doesn't let stuff like that fly.
Oh no, not with his kids, especially not with his girls. He's a girl dad.
I believe he has a few daughters, doesn't he?
Yeah, he has the one that works for NXT, and then two little ones. And Michael, that would have been probably possible if CM Punk had never went to back to WWE. I mean, if he never went back to WWE, I mean, he probably could have had a chance at getting him on here.
Yeah, I mean, it's still possible. I mean, some people's already had him on the podcast, but as I said earlier, you probably got to have a certain amount of followers because
Yeah,
Ice Cube's son got him on his podcast. So I'd imagine he's got a big following. So
yeah.
I mean, they don't want CM Punk just going on some random person's podcast that has 2 subscribers. I mean,
Good point.
that would just look so. But here we have more than 2 subscribers. We have over 1,000. So we have 1,213. I think that's more enough to have CM Punk on.
I
I
think
mean,
so.
that might be my bias because I really want CM Punk on here, but let's go over. Nikki Johnson, thanks for watching. I don't think I've seen you on here. Comment.
Welcome.
Jacobs, how far do you think the Green Bay Packers can go in the playoffs?
Going all the way, man. We're getting taking the trophy back home where it belongs. That's what you know. Just gotta get through. Got to get through this Philly mess first.
Yeah, season's
We
not
we
over, is
heading
it?
there, man. Yeah, the
Oh,
regular season's over.
okay.
But yeah, I mean, me as a Packers fan, of course, I want to see my boys go to the Super Bowl. Of course. Bring it
Thank
back
God.
home where it belongs.
All right, next we got Fraxian versus OTM for the tag titles. I'm so nervous when these weeks are going to lose. I really like that Fraxian. They were tag team of the year, I thought, last year. There wasn't any other team that really stuck out.
Hmm.
Oh, here we go.
Good
Our music
question,
is this.
Michael. What pay per view would they? Oh, Armageddon. That's the one I'm thinking of. Armageddon. Bring back Armageddon.
This isn't the Rock theme song. It's on a different type of entrance tonight. So he's complete. Well, no. This is the final boss, Titantron. But he kind of dropped that. Yeah, a little bit, but never mind. Yeah, he is still using the final boss theme song.
Yep.
He doesn't have the title though with him. The People's Champion. The Rock. I don't think he's ever been on the CW network. Bass Pro Shot. I guess The Rock shots at Bass Pro. Yeah, that's something I never thought I'd see happen. The Rock walking down the aisle in an NXT show.
That is awesome, though.
He has the best entrances.
Hard to top it next to Taker. It's hard to top.
Yeah, we were talking about that last night, and the Undertaker we all thought had the best entrance. I like the Final Boss theme song. It's basically the Hollywood Rock theme song.
I like it a lot myself too. It matches. It fits.
He used it in like 2002 and 2003, I think. He went against Goldberg,
Hmm.
then he went against Brock Lesnar. I told him he's got 10 minutes. I seen that the person that threw in that microphone, he put the sign 10, so I guess that means he's got 10 minutes, which it is 8:51. The CW should let them go overtime for The Rock. I
Oh,
mean,
the Rock's milking every minute.
when has The Rock been on this network? CW's viewership has went down year over year. I mean, you should use this to your advantage and have a big star like The Rock on your network.
I want to see the ratings after this show.
They they should hit 1 million for this. The Rock on here,
Yeah.
how is it not over? Why is the guy got a John Cena shirt and his arms are green? I don't get it. What is he supposed to be? I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but
And I love you. Thank you.
The
That's
Rock.
it's Samoan. That's kind of a
It
it's
chills
kind
all
of a
over.
term of endearment. It's kind of a way of saying I guess saying hey,
Woo!
it's like roll tide,
Man,
very similar to roll tide, that kind of thing.
Oh,
let's say I'm not.
damn, dropped an F bomb.
We got 6 minutes and 33 seconds. Okay, I'm looking right now. Here we go. It's okay. This will be the best 6 minutes. All right. You know, The Rock has got a lot of nicknames. I go by the People's Champ, the most electrifying man in all of entertainment, the sexiest man alive, and most proudly, the jabroni beating,
Mhm.
Pie eating,
pie eating, trailblazing, eyebrow
eyebrow
raising,
racing.
electric iconic owns all the stock, the final boss, the People's Champ.
We went to Final Boss last night.
All right, I need you guys to help me out. I mean, you guys clearly feel it. You feel it. I feel you. I need you guys to help me out with something. So, this time last year, The Rock, the final boss, everywhere I went, every gym, every restaurant, every church, every strip club, the same thing. I heard the same thing. Oh, why are you so mean to Cody? Don't be mean to Cody.
Why were you saying this last
Finish
night?
his story. Oh my God. Okay. 1 year later, last night, Netflix. Raw. Whoa. Yes. An amazing night we had. Electrifying night, a historic night. Last night, The Rock wanted to give props to Cody, give him his flowers.
Why?
He's been kicking ass.
You said last year the Raw after Mania would come after Cody when he came back.
Cody on his shoulders.
We didn't
And then
forget.
what did they say? You can't be nice to Cody. Don't be nice to Cody.
That is true.
Don't drink tequila with Cody. Oh. At the end of the day,
That's what I was saying. The Rock just wanted to give him his flowers.
But he's back to business.
the boss 20 steps ahead. So the best thing for them to do is to know their role, shut their mouth, and enjoy the ride that The Rock is taking.
He's kind of saying exactly what you're saying, Connor.
Basically, yeah.
I tell you, The Rock has something planned. I just don't know what the hell it is.
Rowdy crowd right here. It says we got about 2 minutes left. It says we got 2 minutes. And look, I'm saying, look, they say we got 2 minutes left. We're going to go all night.
Damn. I doubt that.
Oh, they're sweating. It's okay. It's okay. All right. I'm sorry for the language. I apologize. Here's the thing. The truth is, I knew that I was coming to NXT a couple of weeks ago. I talked to Nick Khan and Triple H, and I said, let me come to NXT. We're in the Intuit Dome on Monday. Let me go to NXT on Tuesday. What do you think? They're like, it's a great idea. But the thing is, I didn't know what to say. Right? So you think about it. I talked to Ava backstage. She said, you're going to go out there and you're going to feel this crowd.
Got about 3 minutes left.
Let this crowd inform you, and you're going to know what to say. So here's the thing. I love you back, and I appreciate that. But I want to tell you something that's very important. The main thing I want to do is to come out.
Like, when's The Rock never know what to say?
Thank you. And I'll tell you why. Because going to the Intuit Dome last night, Raw, Netflix, that's the sexy ticket. That's a ticket, right? Like, hey, go. You'll see celebrities. You'll see all the stars of the WWE. You'll see stars, celebrities. You'll see them all. That's the one that you have to go to. NXT, the shrine here in Los Angeles. This is what you want to go to.
You were putting over NXT.
Mhm.
Tell you something. Got chills. That chills can't stop. You have to go to that show, but you want to come to this show. Okay, it's easy to go to the place that has all the stars, and it's not easy to go to the place. Stars here. I need to let you know that every single one of you, how important you are, how critical you are to this whole thing. Okay? Because here's the thing. Those guys back there, those girls and guys who are working their ass off, they come out here in 3 years. Who knows? They could be the main event at WrestleMania. But, as you know, in 3 years, they could be out of the business. But here's what it depends on. Whether you boo or whether you cheer, it all depends on how you react. I have been down this road. I wrestled in Memphis as Flex Kavana. I know
Memphis.
it's the wrestling name of all time.
Yeah.
I know what
Flex
it's like.
Kavana.
That was a pretty bad wrestling name.
Depend on the crowd. I
Yeah, it
want
was
you
horrible. Horrible name.
anything. I am here. job takes me away to a lot of places. I will always come back home to you. WWE NXT, I love you. If you're some man, but the rock is cooking.
He didn't really do anything. I don't get
Up
what
the
he.
ratings, probably.
That's really it. He just was there for a ratings boost. Really, he should have done something with Eddie. I mean, I don't know why.
Maybe he did. Hmm.
I mean, someone did attack him, but they never said who did it.
Exactly. You think you're just gonna let him get away with harming his daughter? Nailed no. That was a great show, man. Oh, that was awesome. Had some title changes tonight. Ah, that was great.
Well, that was. I mean, it was great seeing The Rock on NXT, but it really does feel like he's not doing WrestleMania because he kind of abandoned the whole final boss gimmick. He's everything that he said last year. He's not doing. Like how he said when he came back, he was going right after Cody. He's not doing that. He's not going after Roman like we saw at Bad Blood. He's not doing any of that. So he's probably not doing WrestleMania. Or I don't know when he'll do another WrestleMania. I mean, he's got Fast and Furious next year. We might see him to WrestleMania 43.
I mean, now see, that's the thing though, man, because with the Fast and Furious, this new one coming out around the same time, I believe. I mean, The Rock's got to promote the movie, but
Yeah,
I don't know but I don't think he's gonna be in any kind of action. I think he'll probably be there to promote some stuff, but I doubt he'll be doing anything important. You know.
yeah, we'll see. But overall, I thought tonight's show was a pretty good show. The first three matches were very good, and they were all women's matches. Uh,
Yeah.
the best match tonight, I thought, was the opening match with Roxanne Perez and Julia. I thought that was a good match. The women's fatal four-way was a good match. Stephanie Valkyria won that, and she's the number one contender for the NXT Women's North American Championship. Uh, the women's six-man was a pretty good match. I really enjoyed the triple threat match between Oba and Eddie and Trick Williams. We
Yeah, that
got
was
two new
fun.
champions tonight. Julia's the new NXT Women's Champion, and Oba Femi is the new NXT Champion. Uh, and I'm glad Oba won tonight, but I'm really curious to see where they go with this. Because if Trick Williams is going to the main roster, who do they have for Oba to go against? Easy,
Exactly.
Ethan Page is in the feud with Javon Evans. I can't do that. Trick Williams going to main roster. Can't do that. They can do Eddie again, but Eddie's not. He doesn't even have a chance against Oba. I don't know who they. I don't know who they put him against. They got Tony D'Angelo. They could do title for title, but
True. I mean, they
I
got
don't
Ethan
know.
Page. I mean,
Got Ethan Page, but he's doing the storyline with Javon Evans,
true.
or not unless they turn that into a triple threat:
Hmm.
Oba, Javon Evans, and Ethan Page. Uh, we'll see though. But I'm glad that Obafemi is the new NXT champion. He is well deserved to win the championship. Uh, as we said, he is the best NXT wrestler they have on the entire roster. He's good on the mic. He's good in the ring. He's got a good presentation, a good theme song. The fans are behind him. Uh, I think eventually he'll be a NXT. No. He'll be a WWE World Champion eventually. Give it 5 years, and he'll be on the main roster, and he would have won the World Heavyweight title or something. Uh, he'll be good against guys like Braun Breaker and Jacob Fatu, and I mean, could you imagine Gunther and Obafemi? That would be a good match.
Wow, they'd have to reinforce the ring, man. That'd be so good.
There's a lot of things I can do with Obafemi within the span of the next 10 years. Uh, but I thought tonight was a good show. If I had to rate tonight's show, I'd give it a 7.9 out of 10. I thought the matches were good. There wasn't really any terrible bad match. The Lexus King and
Hmm.
Troy Dimsley was probably the worst match, but it wasn't a bad match.
Right.
Because if I've had to rank them, that would be the bottom. But that doesn't mean the match was terrible. The match was fairly good. Lexus King won, and he got the Heritage Cup back. The Rock segment, I mean, it was great to see The Rock on NXT because we never get to see him on like this is like once in a lifetime him on
Hmm.
NXT. Uh, but he really didn't serve a purpose to be on there. I mean, he didn't really say anything with importance. I mean,
Right.
the only thing that he said that was important was the Cody line. That you're like he basically mocked the fans how fans did last year with Cody about the Cody story and stuff, and
Hmm.
basically kind of trolled the internet fans a little bit. Uh,
That was pretty
and it was
funny.
cool. It was funny to see him drop f bombs and all that, but I feel like they just brought him in to boost ratings, really, just to give NXT
Exactly.
a big boost. Uh, which he did interact with one star, and that was Ethan Page. Uh, I wish they would have done something with Eddie Thorpe. Like they could have had The Rock come in the ring and rock bottom him just one time, and that'd be it. I thought that would have been something cool to see. But someone
Yeah.
attacked Eddie, and we never saw who attacked Eddie, so it could have been The
Hmm.
Rock still. Uh,
Exactly.
but what did you think about tonight's show?
I enjoyed it. I was kind of on the fence about The Rock being there because at the same time I always enjoy seeing The Rock on TV. But it wasn't really. I'm with you. It's like the only purpose he was there was to push up the ratings for the night, and I think the show itself was pretty awesome. I'm about the same. I was gonna say 7.5 until Obafemi won, and that pushed it up into a solid 8. So I'm gonna give it a solid 8.
Yeah, I thought tonight's show was a good show. I know there's always going to be fans bitching and complaining online. I'm sick of it at this point. Sometimes I try to ignore it. Sometimes it's the most stupidest comments. It's hard to ignore.
Yeah,
I mean, there's a lot of stupid fans out there. I
a lot
mean,
of them.
you like AEW, great, but that doesn't mean AEW is the only good product. And the worst
Right.
part about it is I used to be that way. Like I used to be that way, and I couldn't take any criticism over AEW. And now I look back and I said, "Wow, I was this stupid."
No, I mean,
Looking
I
back
think
on,
you just have to be. I think a lot of these fans forget that it's professional wrestling. It's not just AEW, WWE, or New Japan Impact. It's professional wrestling. It's all into one thing. It doesn't matter what company you're into, as long as you're getting into it. You know.
a lot of people don't like that. I guess WWE that people like a different show than them. Uh, Having 5-star matches, it doesn't really. I mean, it's good to have good matches, but that doesn't mean the entire company is good. Storytelling is what gets fans invested. Uh, the
Right.
Rock, the Rock would not be as big as he is today without the big stories that he was in. The Rock and Austin, Rock and Mick Foley, Rock and Triple H, Rock and Brock Lesnar. Like all those stories were very good investing stories, and those stories got people like The Rock over the top. Uh, like stories make stars, really.
Right.
Which you got to have good matches too. You got to have a mixture of it all in a show, and I think WWE does that well. Not everything's perfect. I don't think anything's perfect in any company, or like any era of wrestling. Not something's going to be bad. Like it's not going to be all perfect because if it's all perfect, then like there's always room to improve. Riley says, "I thought it
Right.
was pretty good tonight. Wrestling is many things. Yeah,
Right.
wrestling is many things. It's having good matches, good storytelling, character development, comedy, uh, technical wrestling, celebrity involved. There's all type. Like wrestling is more than one thing. It's not just one specific thing. Like obviously the word is wrestling, so it's wrestling, but wrestling is more than just one thing, and it's always been that way.
Yeah.
Uh, People got into wrestling for many different reasons. Some like the stories. I mean, for me, I feel like Jeff Hardy was one of my all-time favorites. Uh, but for me, it was the stories that he was in.
Hmm.
What the stories that he was in made me a bigger fan in him. When I hated CM Punk because he was responsible for Jeff Hardy leaving, and that was a good emotional story because I was emotionally invested in it. I hated
Right.
CM Punk so much, because he did that.
It's the
Good
power
show.
of professional wrestling.
Yeah, like wrestling's many things. Good show tonight. Read his last few comments, Michael. Dave Scoots, Happy New Year. Uh,
Right
well,
back at you, man.
technically, the podcast has been involved with Tennessee because sometimes I film at my grandmother's house, and that's near Bolivar. So
Oh
technically,
yeah, okay, that's true.
technically, the podcast has kind of been there already. Uh, when do you think they'll do a WWE draft? Probably after WrestleMania. Right now, they're
Yeah.
doing these trades, but normally after WrestleMania, they do a draft between Raw and SmackDown. What pay per view would you guys like to see bring back? I believe you said Armageddon.
Yeah,
Uh,
Armageddon. That'd be cool.
I'd probably say either Armageddon or Judgment Day. Since
Oh,
the
Judgment Day is a good choice.
since the Judgment Day's faction is kind of dwindling down, bringing back the pay per view Judgment Day would probably be pretty cool. But probably Armageddon's my number one. But I would hope that they would bring back the old stage, like the fire going up in flames.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I wish WWE would have creative stages, at least for pay per views. It seems that they've kind of shied away from that. Uh, yeah, 7.9 out of 10 for me, 8 out of 10 for Mr. Jacobs. It was a good show tonight. Even with the Rock, like it was great seeing the Rock on the show, even though he didn't really serve any purpose on the show, but it was still great to see him on there. I mean,
Yeah.
anytime I get to see Rock in a wrestling ring, I'm always glad to see him in there because he's never. It's very hard to get him in a wrestling ring these days. He's always busy. So when he comes around, it's pretty must see. Uh, but yeah, pretty good show tonight. We will be back for we're on the Elite Zone, the uh, Russell's Unfiltered on the Elite Zone.
Yeah.
We'll be back on there for Thursday. On Friday, we should be back for SmackDown if the weather doesn't knock out my internet. We're supposed to get snow here this weekend. Uh, my plan is to do SmackDown, the Pod Champs, if it doesn't snow and knock out the internet. If it does, then we probably won't be able to do that. But my plan is to do SmackDown this Friday, the Pod Champs, and we'll probably be back for Raw next Monday. Uh, Definitely check out all of our links in the description below. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter. Facebook and Twitter is where we post the most stuff about future shows that we're doing. We post updates on what shows we're doing, interviews, like interview announcements, and all the stuff like that will be on our Facebook and Twitter. Definitely subscribe down below to the Wide World of Wrestling podcast. Uh, we have weekly Raw, SmackDown, NXT reactions. We do pay-per-view reactions sometimes. We have the Pod Champs every Saturday. We have about 5 episodes of the Pod Champs already out, so definitely go check out the past episodes that we've done of the Pod Champs. One more comment. Seriously, that 15 minutes until The Rock's biggest waste. Yeah, it was a little bit. He really did not serve any purpose. Like the best thing that he could have done was come out and rock bottom Eddie because it did
Yeah.
serve a purpose. It did serve a purpose. He accidentally attacked The Rock's daughter. I could have had him come out, rock bottom him, and then he could have done his little talking stuff. But the one thing I will take away out of that is he said that the final boss is not done, is not gone, and he's 20 steps ahead of everybody. That's one thing that he said in that promo tonight, which means maybe he is doing WrestleMania, maybe he's not doing WrestleMania. No one knows really what he's doing.
Right.
But he said that the final boss is 20 steps ahead. So maybe he's already planting seeds for something and he's just playing Cody and Roman and everybody. But yeah, you got anything to say before we sign off?
No, just thank you all for tuning in with us and join us back here.
Yeah, we'll see you guys Friday for